Ever have an idea in mind that you weren't quite sure how to make come to fruition? Well, I'm working on that tonight. Please join me. I am going to be using the Mama Mommy Mom transfer, and I'm going to be using the Woodland Animals. And goodness, that light is nice and bright. Let me know how it looks to you. I had to replace the other ring light. I knocked it over and broke it the other day. I am going to be doing another ink project. It's going to be on this black t-shirt. I am going to use this transfer. I'm not going to fuzz it because I'm going on fabric. I don't need to fuzz it. And I just want to see if I have this placed pretty much in the center. Well, I think I could move that over a little bit. It's kind of hard for me to tell. Oh, is that weird? Because of where I'm sitting, I can't tell if it needs to go up or down. It seems like it needs to come a little bit more towards me. Let me try that again. Of course, I could just put it on an angle and we won't have to worry about it. No, I think I'm going to try and do it straight. Okay. And I'm going to be using my gold shimmer chalk ink. I'm sorry, I am inking today. Drop me a line, let me know where you're viewing from. Still warm here, upwards of 82 today. But then we're gonna drop over the weekend, and then I think Monday it's gonna be in the 40s. Go figure, right? I think Mother Nature is on Prozac, or needs to be on Prozac, or something. Something's way out of whack around here. And after hearing about all the rain that Fort Lauderdale caught, I really can't complain about anything. Those poor people and what they're dealing with right now, what a nightmare. So I'm just going back over this, making sure that my ink went through the transfer onto the fabric beneath it. I want to be careful that I don't want to get that period there. Everything looks good to me here. Just go back over it one more time. Make sure I get the edges of my letters. Sometimes I'm a little bit too light on them. You don't really have to press down with any real force, but you do have to make sure, especially with the shimmers, that it goes through the silk screen. The shimmers don't seem like they have a texture. They don't feel gritty or anything like glitter would be, but you do have to kind of like push them through the silk screen a little bit more. Finger check. Number one rule with inking is always to make sure you have clean fingers. I'm going to lift this up slowly, check it out, make sure it looks okay before I totally lift it. Looks good to me. So I'm going to put this on the side and clean it later. And hop right into the Woodland Animals. Let me show you this transfer. It is so, so cute. It's 12 by 18 inches. It has a bear, a raccoon, a skunk, and a cat, maybe? I'm not quite sure, but I'm snagging the bear. So I'm going to just cut it out, cut it on its cut lines, using my transfer trimmers to do that. And then there's all these little embellishments, glasses and a bow and whatever. I don't know if I'm going to do glasses or a bow. But we kind of see about that. I think I might just go with the bear. I'm doing my bear in multiple colors of ink. So I thought it would look kind of interesting on the black. There we go. So once again, I do not have to fuzz it. I just have a little wrinkle here on my shirt. I do have my ink mat underneath it, holding everything nice and neat in place. Keep it straight. Smooth it down. Make sure I don't have any air bubbles. And I am going to be using, where did I put my inks, right? Like I have all this stuff out here. I've got my bark, some copper, and I was actually considering the almond, but I don't think I'm going to go with the almond. I'm going to go multiple colors. Ooh, that looks crooked. Am I crooked? A little crooked here. Try it again. This is really an odd way for me to be chalking. See if that looks good. I think that looks better. Okay. A little air bubble there. Okay, so I'm going to do brown in the eye area, and then the rest the bark, and then the rest I'm going to do copper and bark, I'm thinking. Unless something else, whoops, definitely have to be careful of that, unless something else presents itself to me. So I definitely want the eyes in this area to be brown. Oh, I think I probably want the snout to be pretty much brown too. But then everywhere else, I'm going to mix up the bark and the copper, kind of like a hot mess technique. I actually was considering using the almond. What do you think? Should I throw a little almond in there? I'm not quite sure if I should or not. Let's take a look at the copper. Of course, I could put gold in there too. I might use copper and gold. Why not, right? Now, when you use the hot mess technique and you wipe up the excess ink or paste, if you were doing it with paste, you cannot save it and put it back in the jar because it's a mixture of colors. You can actually save it and put it in another jar or a different container if you want, and use it for something else because it'll be a mixture of colors. And I want to just make sure I think I'm going to put the gold here too, just so that I bring in the gold from the lettering. And yes, I'm going to have a lot of excess ink on here. And just all over the place. But I did want the eyes and the snout to be pretty much brown. Okay, I'm not going to even put that stir stick back into my gold because I picked up some other color on it. Okay, so I've done the brown for the eyes and the snout. I need something to wipe this off with. Let me grab a little baby wipe and just take the excess paste off. Now the rest I could actually swirl it with my fingers. I'm going to pull it just this way towards me. And hopefully we come up with an interesting and cute little bear here. I don't want to mix them too much. Grab some of that paste off. I'm going to be careful I don't go off the transfer onto the shirt. I almost did that. And I think I'm pretty much done. Remove some of my lines and a little bit more excess paste, making sure it's gone through the transfer. Okay, I'm going to lift this up slowly. Check my fingers. I have ink on my fingers. Let me remove the ink. Remember, number one rule of inking. Check your fingers. You do not want to have ink on your fingers and then lift the transfer and smear it on your shirt. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe and help me reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers by this fall. I'd really appreciate it. Well, here we go. It's time for peel and reveal. What do you think of this little woodland bear? Just wanted to check both sides before I totally lift it up. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, it looks like they're complete. Okay. Just another little thing for Mother's Day. What could I say? Thank you so much for watching. Simple and easy. This I will let it dry, and then it has to be heat set. And that's pretty much all there was to it. I combined the woodland animals with the mommy mom transfer. I'm sorry, it's been a long day, it's been a long week. Please forgive me. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Drop me a line, let me know what you think of this, if you think you'd wear something like this, or maybe not, I don't know. I do have it a little off center. I might just let it dry, heat press it, and then come on over here with this little bow and add a nice little bow, maybe in red over here by the ear or something, just to kind of balance it out a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. I surely do appreciate it. Have a great evening, a wonderful weekend. See you soon.